How was the CIA created? It was the Jewish mafia, the Italian mob, and MI6, the previous British intelligence, and the Nazis that wanted to share their secrets. And they created a secret network that later became known as the CIA. And this is where all the dark stuff happens. Now, people they think the CIA is for national security. No, it was to enforce corporate interest.
That's what all the movies say.
It's to enforce corporate interest. Because what does this military industrial complex need? It needs all your resources, Africa. It needs all your resources, Central and South America. It needs all of your labor and resources, Asia. It needs all of your oil, Middle East. And that's ours. And if you don't comply, we'll sanction you and make it where you can't trade with anyone else. We'll fund a militia group and we'll call them terrorists. And they'll just take over your resources and we'll pretend we're fighting them so that we can bomb them and then take over your resources.
Yeah.
We'll then use that economic chaos to create riots. And when there's a riot, we'll install our agents to start shooting people. And then it becomes violent. And then we can come in and we can bomb. And then what happens is we'll replace you as a leader with our leader. So are you going to comply or not? Are you going to take our money? And when you take our money, you must privatize your resources and we will own them eventually through stock market manipulation. And you must install one of our banks that becomes a member for the Bank for International Settlement. And you must borrow some dollars from the IMF or the World Bank. And if you do that, you're going to be really wealthy, but your resources are ours. And that was the model. And the CIA became the division for enforcing covert operations. Then they used the media in order to control the narrative to make people think that they were doing it for religious reason. They were a superior race. They were civilized. They were doing it for God because they're God-chosen people, whether they use Christian, weaponize religion, weaponize ideology, weaponize whatever. So, this would weaponize media, technology, military, judiciary, Senate, Congress, democracy, make people think they're voting, make people think their vote matters. When we pay the politicians. We've rigged every single election around the world. And we're led to believe that America's not rigging their own election. This power structure rigs every election because the goal is that you have to be our bitch to this network. And so you use blackmail, you need to fund it through illegal activities, and the world suddenly makes sense, right?